Evening, guys. Happy Boxing Day. And Miles is here. He thought he'd show his face on this one because it's an absolutely horrible case that we're going to deal with, and it's going to if you've got, I feel like a trigger warning, me and Miles today. It's going to cover and talk about severe cruelty to animals. So if you get easily upset, then I understand you don't have to watch this video. We've got a lot of others and nice videos on here, haven't we? But we're sort of doing this, even though it's hard for us to tell, but I believe that we've got to tell them to be able to gain awareness to them and hopefully try and stop the barbaric things that are happening. So, right. So basically, me and Miles are a member of a group on Facebook, and it tells you about animal cruelty. That's any reports on there, and tells you the story and the sentencing that people got and stuff like that. And I read it yesterday. It was, and oh my god. So right, okay. So a fox was found in the street in Cheltenham, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it was found with its head cut off. Yep. And are you ready for this bit, guys? It was caught. His head was cut off and found with a sex toy up its bum. And it was found in the street by a member of the public. And on December 11th, a woman found this shocking, horrific, body of this fox while she was out walking on a road called Springbank Road. And the woman who found this poor fox, she went back and posted on social media asking for advice on what she should do, basically, who to ring about what she'd just discovered. And she stated that she did, she tried to phone the SPCA but they were closed. And she also put that whoever did this vile act and could do something so barbaric clearly needs help, basically. And the post also said, I've just seen an horrific sight on and she states the road. And it's decapitated fox body with a sex toy inserted into its rectum. That's what she put. And then she put, what the fuck is going on? And how could someone be so cruel? You clearly need help to do this to an animal. And she also goes on to say that she'd called the OSPCA and they were closed. And does anyone know who she should be calling, basically, to sort of deal with this? And then she goes on to reply to her post, saying that she had phoned the police and made them aware of this. And the police were sort of going to be sent to the area and to look for, give over Miles, and to look for any possible CCTV that can obviously help understand how, Miles, give over, help understand how that happened, how the hell, well, we know that its head's been cut off, but how the hell it's escalated to that barbaricness, basically. And a spokeswoman for the police said that they had been called by a member of the public, a resident, of a report of a dead animal in a public place. And they said that they're going to be reviewing any CCTV and they're going to go door to door in a help to understand what the hell's gone off, basically. So, what type of person commits this crime against a defenceless... Miles, stop it, please. He's licking his paws. Stop it. What sort of person commits this crime against a defenceless animal? So it's disgusting. Do you think that they're going to be male or female? Do you think they're going to be an age bracket of, say, 15 to 18-year-old, or 18 to 30, or anywhere upwards, okay? Give over, lick my mouth. Do you think they're going to come from a broken home, a perfect home? Give over. Well, the individual that is on bail for this absolute barbaric, horrific crime, cruelty against this animal is a effing 17-year-old. A 17-year-old boy is responsible for exactly what I have just told you, because I don't need to repeat it. It's sickening. Wow, the twistedness that must be going on in that person's head. Oh, God. It's intriguing, to be fair, to me anyway. And it was coming out by a human being, and I'm looking at the comments, and and I'll put a little bit of a video and I'll slowly show you some of the comments and stuff if you want to read them at the end. And someone said, you know, we are the most vile, cruelest species on the planet. It makes me be ashamed to be a human being. And I could not agree with that woman more than anything I've ever read on this group. Because she just hit the nail totally on the head. I mean, you think about it. This kid can't even vote. This boy can't even go and have a tattoo. This boy should not even be allowed, or he's not old enough legally, to buy a video game that's over 18, to go to the cinema and watch an over 18 movie. Yeah, he's done this sort of behaviour. It's mad. It's absolutely horrific. He's clearly not being allowed to be named due to his age and stuff like that. Now, it'd be really interesting to see that when it's dealt with. Now, if the judge is going to lift that and allow him to be named, because if he'd have done that to a human being, whether it be a child or whether it be a man, a woman, a teenager, adolescent, whatever, it probably would get lifted under protection of the public sort of act. I don't think it's going to, because it's an animal. That's how people look at things. Absolutely. Now, as I said, he's on bail. Shouldn't be on bail. He should be in fucking jail. But he's not allowed to possess any other animal, which is obvious. But he's allowed to keep the family pet. So yeah, go on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna interview you now about this. You know, we've chopped this fox's head off. I mean, Christ knows how he caught it. I mean, it's a wild animal, but anyway. So we're gonna you cut that man, cut the fox's head off. Add a little bit of sexual arousal to it, make it even more sickening. And we're gonna say that, just in case you have this tendency again, we're gonna make sure that tell you that you can't be around animals. But we're gonna let you keep the family pet. We're gonna let you keep that. Because you've probably been fucking doing it anyway. You've probably been doing that to that family pet way before you even thought about going and doing it to a fox. I mean, who knows? His parents could have even caught him doing it. Who knows? But yeah, so we're gonna let you keep the dog anyway. Yeah, fuck it, we'll let you keep Rover. What the actual fuck? What the fuck? Get a fucking grip, you fucking imbeciles. This is why I have no respect for police at all. And I'll tell you something now. I don't know how many people are going to be watching this who are like really into animal rights like me. Or up on the sort of cases, what they do actually do to animals and what they actually receive in court. And very, 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 very few people actually go to prison for it. And this needs to be sent to prison. And I'm not just saying that because it's an animal, it's stuff like that. I mean, you hear of cases like starving your animal to death. You hear of them, dumping them, killing them, all that. You'd rarely hear of this type. So this now needs to be knocked on the head. When he goes in front of a judge in that courtroom, he needs to be sent to prison because it needs to show the whole world, or whoever watches it, that it's going to be a punishable by prison sort of act. Simple as. Or you are just opening the doors to all the effing weirdos out there. And believe me, they're starting young now. I mean, look at this. And I'll tell you now, this child, this teenager, will be a sex offender. Be a sex offender, could go on to kill people, domestic violence, because I'm telling you now, that's the first act. This is the first act. And at 17 years old, he thinks it's all right to go around and stick things up the bottoms of, foxes. I mean, Christ almighty. Really? Get a new hobby. And I reckon it's called, what would be best to call it, is bungee jumping without a cord. Try that one, mate. Right, so tell me what you guys think. If you like this video, then just, give it the thumbs up. Share it. Let's bring awareness. Let's see if we know if anybody knows anything about it. And subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing. We have a lot of various different topics that we cover. Anything that I'm passionate about, I'll wang on here, guys. If you're passionate about it, you want me to tell it, then just pop it in the comments below. So remember, you don't know how strong you are till strength is your only option.